Hi guys, this is our setting the grading categories tutorial, but before we jump into that I want to make sure you have just a general idea of what the process is going to look like grading and reporting using Schoology. The idea is that you would continue to grade student work like you normally would, whether it be assignments, test projects, whether it's graded in Schoology or manually. Either way, you're going to have to put all of those scores into the Schoology gradebook this year. Those scores there will be used to do our constant reporting, our daily, our weekly reporting. Those scores then will sync over to PowerSchool. So we can set the assignment names and the scores to shoot over to PowerSchool. We can do that automatically or manually. But the important thing is that we have to make sure our categories must match. And that's what kind of leads us into this tutorial on how to set those categories. So if you haven't already, go ahead and open up your Schoology and navigate to the course that you want to work on your grading categories. We're going to make these changes by going into our grade setup area. When we're in the grade setup area, we currently don't have any categories defined for the course. Now, if you have already started to create some and you're just double checking, just follow along and you can make sure you have things set the way you want to set them. As I said earlier, we're going to need to make sure that the categories here match what we do over in PowerSchool. So if you are a person that does formative category and summative category, then those will be your categories here. If you're someone that uses assignments and tests and projects as categories, doesn't really matter what the categories are. These are the ones we're going to add here. So we're going to click on add, and you can add in each of your categories. So I'll do a simple summative category calculated by total points. If you do total points, it's obviously going to carry weight with how much an assignment is worth. So if you have a 100-point assignment versus a 10-point assignment, the 100-point one will be worth more. If you go by percent, then those same two assignments, a 100-point or a 10-point, won't matter. What'll matter is the percentage that they score on it. So that's a way to just take out the point value weighting. So depending on how you do your scores and your grades, none of that really needs to change, but make sure that you set how you want it exactly. If you drop scores, you can do that here. I don't, so I'll leave this as 0. When I create my category, it's going to automatically add it in. Let me go ahead and add any other categories that you want to add right now. If you have more than me, that's fine. Keep going. I'm going to add my formative category again as a percent category. You'll notice you can have each category calculate differently if you choose to do so. Most of the time I think you're going to want to keep those pretty standard across how it works. So if we go then and get all of our categories put in, you can then weight them. So in this example, like formative would be significantly heavier than formative. Click on weight my categories. It'll automatically divide them out based on how many categories you have. You see it starts at 50% for me. But you can come in then, and if you click on that weights, you can tell it how much. So if I want a 20% formative category, and then I want 80 of it to be in summative, you'll see that once I even all of my categories out to equal 100, that percentage will match and carry over. Once I've got my categories weighted and set up, that's actually all I need to do as far as categories are concerned. We'll worry about setting up our PowerSchool categories another time. Nothing changes on that end, but we are going to want to make sure that what we put here matches what we plan on using in our final report card reporting software, PowerSchool. And with that, you're finished. You can navigate back to your courses, continue working on your other stuff. If you have multiple courses, you might want to go set those categories up now.